Hey Sister Queens, it's your sis Angela Bond, aka Mrs. Curly 007, and this is your Crowns and Curl Space, where Sister Queens meets curls. So, welcome! I want to introduce you to my new channel. I want to share what this channel is all about, and I want to tell you why I decided to start this channel. So, if you're still curious, then keep watching. So, CNC Space is a community that's geared towards women. As women, we're ultimately sisters, right? And as women, we are queens. So sis, if nobody's told you this before, sis, you are a queen, and don't you let anybody tell you any different. So Crowns and Curl Space was inspired to elevate the crown of your hair, the crown of your mind, and the kingdom of your body and spirit. So the crown of your hair. We're going to be talking about, you guessed it, the crown of your hair. We're going to be talking about hair, but we're going to be talking about it in the areas of the health of your hair. We're going to be talking about protective styles, natural hair product DIYs, and reviews. So let's talk about the crown of your mind. All right, so disclaimer. This is a positive vibe only type of space, okay? Positive vibes only. There will be no side-eye, no shade, no talking down to your sisters in the comments. That is not a space for this. If you're here for that, then you might as well click over to the next video because this is not a place for that. But if you are here for the positive vibes, then you'll find that your mental appetites will be fed through education, liberation, and motivation. Okay? So let's get into the kingdom of your body and spirit. So we know that the temple is, so we know that our body is a temple, right? And to keep the crown is to keep that temple in check. Okay, so you and I will be focusing on health. Health in the areas of women's health. We're going to be talking about beauty from the inside out. And we're just going to be focusing on wellness. So there you go, in a nutshell. This is what this channel is all about. Now that you know that, let me share with you why I decided to start this channel. Now, I'm going to be honest and say that this channel was not created on purpose, right? Okay, so for years I've been told, girl, you need to start a channel. You need to start a YouTube channel. All right, cool. And it was always around the areas of protective styles. Now, I say protective styles because I am and have been a natural for about 7 years now. So I appreciated the compliments. It was really cool. But, you know, hair is not my only passion. So it wasn't a lot of things that came from that. Well, I guess I'll take that back because something did come from that because we're here now, right? So, all right, so let's take us back to Rona, the Rona. We know what the Rona is, right? Okay. And since we all were forced to be home more and kind of stay away from each other, well, I don't want to say stay away from each other. I'm going to say practicing our social distances. Right. Yeah. So because of that, I was kind of forced to refocus back on my natural hair. So for probably about a year and a half now, well, I guess, I don't know. I don't really know when I noticed it. I'm going to say that I noticed it probably about a year and a half ago. That, you know, my hair seems to be at a standstill when it came down to the length of my hair. So like I said before, I've been natural for 7 years now. So, you know, it can be very frustrating, not to anyone, but just to the situation that if you've been natural for 7 years and then you jump on YouTube and you see your curly sis and she says, oh, I've been natural for about 6 months, let's say a year. Been natural for a year, hair length is crazy. So now I'm looking at myself trying to figure out, okay, so what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? What do I need to start doing? So of course, I jumped on, I jumped on YouTube. So because some of us, all right, so most of us, okay, so all of us are on YouTube, right? So that's where I'm going to go. So I jumped on YouTube to see what I can find out. And through my research, I discovered a person by the name of Curly Proverbs. So I don't know if you know who Curly Proverbs is. If you don't know who she is, okay, so I didn't know who she was. But anyway, she is amazing. I actually call her my natural hair mentor now. But anyway, she's out of the UK and she shares a lot about Indian Ayurvedic practices and the utilization of natural herbs and oils to strengthen your hair, to revive your hair, and to promote hair growth. So, of course, I grabbed a lot of things. It was so much that she talked about. And so I decided to, grab a few ideas, grab a few items, and I wanted to see if those things will work for me. All right, so when I decided to focus on my hair, one of the things that I did decide to stop doing was eliminating heat. I saw all over YouTube, heat is just like the devil. Like, leave heat alone if you want to retain the length of your hair. So that's something that I stopped doing. What I used to do was I would co-wash my hair once a week, and then I would stretch my hair out through the method of blowing my hair out through low and medium, heat, using our heat protectant, right? So eliminating heat, finding curly proverbs, and utilizing some of the things that she said to do, I noticed that, I started to get results. And y'all, I wasn't playing any games with you, okay? I bought a hair journal. Well, I bought a journal and I utilized it to track everything that I was going through, everything that I was doing. And y'all, I started noticing results. So then I started thinking, well, if I was me, I would want to know what's the progress. What is somebody that looks like me, somebody that hair looks like mine, has she tried this, and where is she now? So I decided maybe I should share my results. And so we're here. That's what brought me here, you guys. But I didn't want to just bring to you, I wanted to bring more than just hair to this channel. I wanted to create a community for true sisterhood. So I think a lot of us can agree that in a community of women, this type of community, that's just something that we don't have enough of. Like, we don't have enough of that genuine, true sisterhood type of community where you can feel safe, where you can be vulnerable, where you can lean on another sister and not worry about her agenda. Okay, let's just be real, because we've all been there. All right, so, this community is a community that I yearn for, right? I wanted to be a part of something like this. And the fact that, I actually have two older sisters, that connection and that bond that a lot of sisters would have, that just wasn't my story, right? And that's just the reality. So surprisingly though, when I started sharing my story with other women, they actually shared the same reality that I did. So the question would be then, how could we create a space where we can get the best of both worlds, right? Like, it's cool to jump on YouTube and, find out about the latest hairstyle, how to do it, all of that. It's cool to find out about the latest wigs, reviews, all of those good things. It's even cooler to find out about makeup and how to apply it. All those things are great. But for me, I wanted to know, having a space, like, what about a space that we can, create a community where you can actually interact with those ladies on a more sisterhood type of level. Like, much respect to the women that, started these channels, that opened up their worlds to us, shared their gifts. Listen, you guys have taught me so much, but I'm just, the question for me that I was struggling with was, how can we merge those platforms to create a community that's more on a sisterhood type of vibe, and also get those types of conversations all in one? So me, I'm a woman of many passions. I have a passion for sisterhood, passion for hair. I'm definitely passionate about uplifting, motivating, and putting a my sister's space. That's my heart. So if this is a channel, if this is a space that you would like to see grow, if this is something that you would love to pour into, then this is the place for you. I want you to definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe to the sisterhood movement, right? And, you know, this is extremely exciting for me. I can't wait to talk about so many things that I'm going through, that I'm going through it, guys. But I've learned that in sharing my journey and sharing the things that I'm going through or things that I'm learning, I'm actually helping another sister that didn't know. I'm finding ladies coming to me, like at work and in my life, asking me about this, that, you know, these topics and things, one of which didn't even know that I was actually going through that. So that was like a light bulb moment for me. I needed to get this thing created. So until the next video, guys, remember that you are a queen. Remember that your crown was customly made, customly fitted for you. So wear it. Until next time, I love you much. Peace.